All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're an avid member of the channel, massive respect to you lot. Definitely keep the channel alive. So as you saw in the title, we're going to be talking about a few reggae boys that made some transfers, discussed how transfers could help a player's career and look at the individual's career so far and stuff. All right, we have a lot of things to discuss within the maybe a 30 minutes to a maximum hour span. All right, so hopefully if you're watching this, leave your thoughts under the video, because sometimes if we drop it short, a lot of you guys said you never saw it. Turn your notifications on, because sometimes we do drop a few shorts here and there, because if the information does not warrant we being here for 4 hours or 5 hours, we are going to be doing a 1 minute video, because I do believe that it saves a lot of time, my time and your time as well. All right, we have Joseph Brown already in the house. Massive respect, Joseph Brown, thanks very much for being here. Anyways, let me start right here, get straight into it. So we have our boy Omari Hutchinson. Omari Hutchinson pretty much got what he wanted. So Chelsea went on a tour and Chelsea made a written statement. It was very clear in the statement, because that's how I created a video, to say that Hutchinson and RV, they are busy looking other places to go. And I've tried my best to explain it to people, as in, a player is at a club. Last season, Hutchinson played against Aston Villa in pre-season, and I've talked about Barstow, and all of them played against Aston Villa and other teams in pre-season. It's an average, normal thing. It's not nothing great. You understand me? It's just a preparation, and maybe you have a coach have a collection of ideas, and he said, all right, then let me put this person in it, and let me put this person in it. But anyways, Omari Hutchinson is dubbed as a high-profile player. A high-profile player. What that means? It means from an earlier age, you might have some privilege over what others would have had. You understand me? So him having that privilege, Chelsea started off from the scratch, and which to hire Pochettino. Pochettino comes in, looks at what he has, and saying that, okay, I can work with this or that. Clearly, they didn't sold him. People wanted to buy him, so that simply means he's in their plan, but maybe not in their immediate plan. And what that does now, it comes down to the player to say, all right, then Pochettino is a good coach, let me sit back and wait on him to give me that opportunity. Well, he believes that he's at a level that he does not necessarily need to wait on that opportunity. You understand me? He needs to go out and do whatever he wants in any one of these leagues. In Netherlands league, the second division in second division in Netherlands, it does not matter, because once he goes there and he puts in a good shift and gets his market value up to 10 million, that is where he deserves to be. And that's what I think, that's how I think he is looking at it, to be honest. And I totally agree with him. We see the talent of the kid, and it's just levels, you know. So when I heard, so that's why I'm always advising you guys, read through the articles properly. Don't let anybody send you down the wrong streets as well, because I tried to help a person because they read the article but never understood what was in the article, because they were trying to say that they never brought him or they never wanted him and stuff. And I said, no, it's not saying that. And if you go back on the Chelsea site, you realize that they were saying that this is what the vision of the kid is. And him and his family came to that conclusion to say that no, we have to go and look somewhere, so at least we can improve ourselves. And when I look into myself and look at the situation, I'm saying that's a perfect idea for the person. You get me? In life, we can understand. Because remember, he's not a main starter at Chelsea. So if he leaves to a different place to get more game time, I don't see the big deal. I think that is pretty much perfect as to who he is at this point. There is nobody at his age 19 will be a main starter at Chelsea. It just does not happen. You understand me? It just does not happen unless they pay 400 million for you. You understand me? Or unless you are one of the elite strikers in the world. You get me? At this point, he's coming through the English ranks, and it's just perfect. So my Jamaican brothers and sisters that maybe look at things and try to be competitive and stuff, I don't think that's the best route to go, because we are all here to make sure the Jamaican national team reaches its peak. You understand me? So all we're doing is to report and try to love as much of these personnels as best as possible. And Omari, talented player, and definitely if he choose Jamaica, he's going to be maybe what the face of Jamaica in the immediate future. So I think we have to be careful as to how we treat these kids before it's too late. All right, that is coming from me, to be honest. Brilliant move as what I've posted yesterday. Brilliant move. All right, brilliant move for me. I don't know what you guys think. You can let me know in the comment section. And if you just come in, definitely smash the like button, share, and subscribe. All right. Let me take a few comments. We have Know Yourself in the building. Says, big thanks, my boss. Massive respect, Know Yourself. Oh, you do, man. Dre says, bless up, bless up. Triple E, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Joseph said, with Omari getting more game time and more secure at Ipswich, he will be more available to be in our squad. I think he can be our future at attacking midfield. I actually agree with you there. I think him moving there actually helps Jamaica a little bit more than what most thinks. All right, because sometimes we're quick to. I've realized. I realize. I want to make sure I word this properly. I don't know if it's like in life we can give ourselves false hope if we're just desperate to hold on to something. You understand? We can give ourselves false hope if we desperately want to hold on to something. You understand me? And I truly believe that in the footballing realm in our country, it's like we are so desperate to make it match up with running or something. We start to give ourselves false hope. So any little thing that even remotely looks like it's going to turn out to something, we seems to start going over the top. And I want to say, people in position that can make decision, that's not the right path to take. That's not the right path to take at any point. All right, properly assess these things, educate yourself on all these matters, and I think the end goal will be much better if we try to approach it from that standpoint. You understand me? Yes, and that's the standpoint that I've always took it from. I posted a video on display, and I saw a few persons come on. It's like just by we talking about a person, and it's like they just hate the person naturally, rather than just trying to understand what we are trying to put out. So our approach should change. I have Krista J. Daley here. Krista J. Daley, we talk highly of him, seeing him in the U23s. And we said he's a good kid. He has some faults, but obviously he's coming through a broken system. So obviously all persons that come through the broken system will have faults. But it's you recognize that you have a fault and you go on and fix it. So I think him, because we're going to talk about him as well, I think that's a good one for him as well. That's a definite good one for him as well. Krista J. Daley. But let me finish off with that one. So Hutchinson, for you, what you said, guys, Hutchinson, good move or not? Let me know. All right. I heard a person said he's not going to get any game at Ipswich. That person that's coming from envy and naivety, a lot of knowledge on the footballing side. So and trolling as well. He has a better a percentage chance to get game. So it's always better. All right. Yes, trying to be as respectful as possible towards all these comments. What's going on Bailey? I don't know. And I think the thing is, you don't have to come here when it comes on to Bailey and certain players. You understand me? Because I don't even think I will actually cover them, because you can't talk the truth on those players. And once something happens, I think I am not the person to rush out with content, so you will always see it out there first. So you don't have to ask what's up with Bailey. You understand me? Because those are Jamaican players, are Jamaican born players, and you have a lot of Jamaican born channels which will cover those players. So I have no problem. I am a Jamaican born here, but I'm much more a widespread personnel, and I take my time to gather the information. Yes, so it's I don't see the need, because every time I see something come out, I don't by the time I am ready to take it on, um, it's way too much, way in the future, because it takes a little while for me to gather my information on those players. But I don't really know much about him at all. Stefan said, well, my boss, the narrative selling people will say they have someone in the Chelsea first team. Rubbish. That's what Stefan's saying. Tell you what, time is the master of everything, You get me? So, well, time. Let's see what time works. I think it's a good move for Omari. More game time will improve yourself, the youngster, 100%, and help Jamaica as well. I think they're literally leaving out the help in Jamaica. You get me? Yes, because what I've listened a while now in this space, and the only thing when it comes on to football, I have not heard majority of these Jamaican local fans talk about when they're talking. And I have to class it there, because I'm reaching out to a specific grouping. They don't match education with football. They don't match education with football. I literally saw a man selling players, and he literally take away education from football. And you guys praise him for doing that. So I just think that sometimes, just to rush things, we sell a lot of broken players that fails because they just can't reach there because they don't know it. You get me? And those players come back to tell you. You understand me, that they have failed because of what they never earned, they never gained. So I think in the future, what JFF need to target is to make sure most of these academies are fully certified with educated people, because I think a lot of these people try to chase money because they saw next man make 1 million, and it's easy to deceive people in Jamaica. You understand me? And take their rights away from them. It's easy to do so. You get me? So people, and they can do it in the public, and you guys just make it happen. You understand me? So I think the JFF need to figure out something. They need to try work on that, because if you are the person in charge of these young kids, you have to be very much mindful, because once a person can get away with whatever they want, I think you have to be very careful, very, very careful. So I think education, and they need to tighten these rules with these academies, and make sure these persons are fully educated. You understand me? Yes, fully educated. That's where the route Jamaica should go, because I want to hear these players talking about education more. You get me? It still seems like we're still in the mindset of the skimmage and stuff, because I heard a majority of them talks, and they ain't talking in football itself. Yeah, and that's a sad thing, to be honest. Yeah, so that's why when I hear these kids going places and they're talking much more measured in their brain cells, you can clearly realize that they have IQ, now footballing IQ and real life IQ. Their heads are screwed on. I like them a lot more, because I just believe that these are the examples that we need to push out, because you have a lot of people breaking a lot of these footballers, and they don't even know it comes from there. That's why I respect Maggie a lot, because Maggie identified where his problems coming from, and see if he can actually work on that. Triple E says, JD, you can tell Hutchinson has a great support system around him, especially with getting things sorted out before committed to other activities. Yes, see, Triple E, and that's what we're talking about. That's what I've just talked about, the education side to football. You get me? It's like when I'm listening and I'm looking at these things, it's like the stupider your ears are. No, sorry, let me use not the wrong right. That's not the right word. But the limited education you have, and you show some promise, it's the best thing most of these people in Jamaica looking for, so they can take advantage of the players them. So I would advise these players, make sure you take your education serious and make sure you try to get schooled in football as well. It's going to help you because it's gonna come back to haunt you. You get me? Because people will exploit you in this business. Football is a sharp business and it's a very much tricky business. All right. Yes. Jason Guna, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Bestest documentary. Oh, you're doing, man. Massive respect. Yeah, it's a good mood. Z says, all right. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Checking Lanzi. Oh, you're doing, man. Massive respect. Triple E, another scratch off. Yes, Telexa said, but when you educate them, you can't control their minds. But that's the whole reason, TEDxter. And that's why we need people like the JFED need come in. You get me? And step in. You get me? Because that's the only thing that will make them better, to be honest. You get me? Yeah. So that is for Omari Hutchinson. Great move for Omari Hutchinson. Love what I'm seeing right there. And this is the standard that kids should move off. You know, very much educated. Have people around them want the best for them. Take as much steps as possible. Try to learn as much right around. Those are the things that you need in football, not the excitement and the bag of people forcing you down a alley that is not going to ever turn out good for you. And you will never know until you reach to the end point. You understand me? So big up to Hutchinson and his family doing a very good job. All right. Yes, man. Keep on pushing right there. Let me move on. Let me move on now to another brother that made a move. All right. Wes Arden played a few games for Jamaica. Impressed in some of those games, to be honest. Yes, definitely impressed in some of those games, to be honest. Yeah. And never really got called back. I don't know if he couldn't fit Parla's system, the new coach's system. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. But he keeps on improving himself, which I love that, you know, keep on improving himself because nothing stops at Jamaica, to be honest. So if he doesn't play for Jamaica, he represented Jamaica and represented Jamaica well. So he keeps on going on and improves his career. So they said Millwall signed Casper Dinore and Wes Arden. All right, so he is at Millwall at this point. Championship club Millwall have signed Casper Dinore from OH Leuven, yeah, in Belgium, for an undisclosed fee, and brought in former Rotterdam defender Wes Arden. Midfielder Dinore, 26, has signed a long-term contract with the Lions. Former Belgian youth under 21 international who can also play at right back. He has previously had spells in Centraden and Henk. Jamaica international Arden, 26, made 140 appearances over the course of a 3-year spell with the Millers. All right. The length of the peers deals at the den has not been disclosed, so we're going to wait on that for their new future setup. All right. Wes improves our defensive options in a number of positions. Lions director of football operations and recruitments, Alex Aldridge. All right. And then I would love for you to just go and do a research on Alex Aldridge, see what he's all about, you know, check his education, and then you go back and check coach's education, and you know, and then you have to draw your conclusion to say, then why is it these guys can't make the Jamaican national team? Like, you know, you have to ask that question, you know, is it that a system thing, or they are no good, and why are they no good for Jamaica team, but they are so good for all the other teams, and they keep on getting bigger contracts, something that we ain't getting. to be honest. And when we even get something off as what they're getting, it's new holidays in the land, you know. So that's the reality. So what's up with that, you know? That's a question that we have to ask. El Padrino, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right, yeah, man. So another good move for the player, and I am thoroughly happy with that one. Very much happy. You know, I love to see these guys keep on embarrassing a lot of these people that keep on trying to style them in a lot of ways. I saw his agent put out something asking how good is Jamaica squad for him not to even make Jamaica squad when he was one of the best players in the championship, defenders in the championship at the time when they left him out, you know. So that comes back to the scouting report of Jamaica again. And they can't say the games that he played, he was not impressive in it, because that would have been a lie. You understand me? That would have been a lie. So yeah, so we have that's Wes Harding. That's Wes Harding, people. Yes, and then we have Krista J. Daley. Krista J. Daley did get a move. All right. I think it's Robert Nicky in North Macedonia. All right, we had a separate video out for him. You need to go and check that one. All right, and as what I've said, that's the moves that I want to see most of these kids making, because most of these teams are not as big as the high level team that does not have any time for you. So if you can't help yourself, more likely they can't help you, because they're so fixated on winning, not really development. You understand me? Unless you're the finished package, that's when you rush to certain places. You understand me? So I think Krista J. Daley's move is good enough for me. You know, keep on learning, and as you improve, the right suitors will come in. Or even if the right suitors come in after you go into a European branch, then they can come in and properly assess you and put you at the right level. All right, that's at least that's coming from me. Yes, so Krista J. Daley, that as well. All right, Harding got at Gold Cup, made no sense. Not at all. Hardy not at Gold Cup made no sense to me at all. I think it's just the quota system roaring its head, and I've listened well over the last week or so, and it's just a normal thing because the people accept it as well, you know. So it is what it is. So you have to be the top echelon of after the next half in order to make the team, not necessarily better than half of the next team. Yeah, half of the team. You just have to make sure you be better than the half that you're in. You understand me? Yes, and that's just the facts at this point. All right, yes. Best as documentary, massive respect. Tyrone Williams, how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you and the family. So those were the three deals. The three deals. All right, yes, three deals. We have not reached 30 minutes, but obviously you know me. I said I'm 30 to an hour. That was the range. Yeah. So what you need to do is leave your thoughts on that. I think I'm done with this video at this point. Yes. So hope you guys are well. Take care of yourself. I will be over my next channel reporting on girls football. I have some things to write up and some things to sort out. All right. Yeah, man. But the realness, you can't change it. You have to stay to the real, and we have to just keep on wishing these players well and keep on reading more, keep on understanding more, you know, and don't go down the wrong road. Just keep on researching, keep on learning. That's all I can tell you. All right. So massive respect. Take care of yourself and smash the like button if you want on your way out. All right. Take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day.